Okay, everybody, I have a very special surprise for you all today. And as I mentioned in the last video, that there was going to be something very special for you all today. This is a new box fan that I just received early this morning. This was another free score, just as the last few other fans that I got were. This is, I do believe, to be an older box fan, possibly from the 50s or the 60s. And I posted this on Facebook, and a few others have told me that this is an X21 made by Lakewood. And fans that I had seen like this, I am absolutely certain that it is a Lakewood. And I have seen these fans very frequently on YouTube in the past, and I've seen these branded Country Air, and there was one by Fan Tory that I had seen that had a badge right in the middle that said Lake Breeze on it. And I have seen these at least once or twice up close. Possibly a family history with these, but this is the first time me ever owning one, me having one in my possession. So I am super excited about this. The fan, however, is in overall decent shape. Just shows typical signs of use and wear. Pretty much everything to it is original. It has a steel blade set. I'm pretty sure that it's a steel blade set. We'd seen this blade set was used on even Lakewood's more later products, such as the Lakewood box fans with the plastic guards and the McMillan motors. And the set screw is basically a screw that mounts it on with a bolt, which I think is rather interesting. And hopefully this should not be a catastrophe, just as the last one was with the Hunter Z Fair. And I still haven't been able to get the blade off of that one just yet, but I'm going to take extreme precaution with this one. The fan is rather heavy. It's very sturdy built, and this is the carrying handle. It looks like it's pretty much was it welded on, or is it screwed on? No, it's mounted on with two bolts, and this is metal too, by the way, so I really don't see this breaking or anything. It's a 2-speed push button. Technically, I thought that it was actually a rotary switch, but I just messed around with it for a little bit, and I just realized that it was a push button, and it is a 2-speed too, by the way. And there's the switch plate. Has a little tag on here. This did come from a state of sale too, by the way. A family member was at a barn sale this morning, and he said that he found it, and it was a free find, along with some other really cool stuff that I'm gonna be getting on my channel very soon. But anyway, the fan is a powder blue. And there's a lot more paint chipping and rust surfaces than anything else. You can see from where the paint is just coming off there. But other than that, fan looks to be fan is in really good shape. We'll have a look at the back of it here. A lot of these fans, from what I had seen, had either Macmillan motors or they had Fasco motors. This one, however, has a GE Vortex, an export motor. And with it being a 2-speed, I really don't see this being hazardous. So, and I know that it's not, that it can't possibly be a reversible, which it's not. This is the inside of the fan. The inside of it really doesn't seem to have a lot of rust on the inside of it, so it's very well possible that this was used in a building throughout most of its lifetime. And the guards are mounted on with bolts. This here's kind of bent in here from the right side, but that's nothing that I cannot fix. This is the power cord. I really don't know if this is the original. Very well possible that that the plug here was replaced at one point. But with my with my instincts on these Lakewood fans, I'm pretty sure that it was replaced, but I can't be 100% for sure. The fan does run. I have already tested it. Works on both speeds. However, I am not going to rely on running this too much until I can do a clean and service on this. And I'll give you, we'll have a look at the inside of the motor here. I cannot pick up any information on this with the dirt and grime, but the inside of it is filthy, caked up with dirt and dust. So I am not going to I'm not going to be too reliable on running this just yet. The motor mount on this, the motor brakes, is very similar to the one on my Wizard box fan, and I think that is pretty cool. And this is where the core comes out. It comes from the bottom, and it looks like well, oddly enough, it is very well possible that this was messed around with, because the fan comes out with a grommet, but it was kind of tied up in a knot there, which I think is kind of weird to me. Really doesn't make much of any sense. Here is the side of the fan. Has the little plugs here on the side for mounting on the stand. I'll turn it on its back here to where we can have a look at the bottom of it. Okay, so there is the bottom of the fan, and that is probably the rustiest part of the fan, and so that's why I am not going to I don't want to put this thing on the carpet. It's going to make a big mess, and I don't want to do that, so I'm probably just going to store this in the front room for tonight until I can clean it. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and I'll show the fan running now. I've got the fan plugged in, and the fan is a 2-speed, so I guess we'll go ahead and we'll start it up on the high speed. Okay, so the fan is out of balance. And I'm only going to run this very briefly too, by the way. Once again, I do not have an ohm reader or an amp draw device to indicate the power draw on this thing, so I want to take extreme precaution. It does have a slow low speed, but the motor does need a good cleaning and servicing. Let's go ahead and very quickly turn it back up to high. Okay, so the fan does run, and it runs on both speeds. However, the blades are out of balance, and doesn't put out any unusual smell or anything like that. But I'm still gonna do some research on this. Spin down time really isn't all that bad, even though that you can tell of how badly the motor is out of balance to how it keeps moving back and forth. Yeah, that thing is definitely out of whack there. Well, there you have it, everybody. New fan acquisition of another golden oldie to add to my collection. I'm going to be doing a clean and service on this. This is another fan on my restoration list, so definitely looking forward to that. Well, I hope that you all have enjoyed this video, and more videos to come, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.